All right, what up, guys? Team Rogue Riders here again with yet another deck profile. We got the Jay Palinko up in here, finally awakened from his slumber.
Yeah.
No, so what are you going to be showing off today?
I'm going to show Altergeist, one of the most underrated decks in this format, next to Gokis, but everybody's running like Trickstar, Sky Striker just to get their invite to Nats and probably play it in World.
Tryhards.
So yes, super tryhards out there.
And what was your nickname for your deck?
The nickname is called Poltergeist's Plasma Party. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Ectoplasm Party? Extravaganza?
Yeah.
Extravaganza Gala event?
Yes.
Oh God,
Gala.
Gala, you know.
But it's good. If I sound congested, I apologize. I did really catch up on bad allergies, and I definitely wanted to just go ahead and do that. So we're going to start off really. Okay, so we're going to start off with 3 of the basics. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and start off with 3 Altergeist Marionetter. This is the main monster of the set, just to get your traps out to set. Basically, with the way that it plays is basically you summon it, and you're able to set a trap directly. In addition, you're able to tribute an Altergeist monster or card on the field, doesn't matter what it is, to replace one monster in the graveyard with it. So many times you're sitting out there, I need monster presence, you'll tribute Protocol in order to get one of the Altergeists back. So that's really awesome with this card. And that's basically where you would need that if you want to keep presence on the field. Next is the Baby Maker, Multi-Faker. Basically, this girl is substantially good. She brings like the tour guide to the field. As soon as a special summon, you're able to activate its effect, bring out another Altergeist, keep doing it one at a time. The only downfall is you're only able to link summon only Altergeist monsters, or even special summon. So it's kind of one of those, but it's okay. So that's where that is. Very good on trap activation, especially on your opponent's turn.
Like Multi-Faker is kind of the bread and butter.
Correct. And if your opponent were to do something stupid and you have like impermanence in hand, you get a free monster on their turn and they go first. So you're already set up board. 3 Meluseek, definitely one of the best monsters in here. Hitting him directly for 500, sending 1 card to the graveyard, doesn't even matter what it is. So it does get rid of presence on field that you don't want. Things like multi-roll, definitely don't want that on the field in Sky Striker, so you definitely want to get rid of that. Any problem monsters that they can't really recover off of, you can send to the graveyard, so it's a good plus on that. Next, we have 2 Silicoides. This is the Magic Spectre Kieran. If you have an Altergeist monster on the field, or a card on the field, you can return it to your hand and return 1 card your opponent controls, only once per turn. Really good on quick effects. They don't even see it coming sometimes. So the Silicoides being at 2, you don't want to run the risk of 3. This is a very bad draw if you do. So just keep it at 2. It's good either way. 1 Kungiri. Basically what Kungiri is, if your opponent were to hit you with an attack and I have an Altergeist monster on the field, it negates the attack and I get a free monster. So on next turn I can set up something like Hextia, I can go into Nightmare stuff, etc. So this is really a good card also. Next, because nobody's poor, but I got everything here, 3 Ash Blossom. It's good for stopping basically draw negation and all that good stuff. I actually stopped a Light Sworn today with this. So this was really good. He's like, hey, I'm gonna... No, you're not. So this was really... Yes. So this is really good. Keep it at 3. Hopefully it stays at 3. And, even if people can't afford it, I'm pretty sure I hear about a reprint in the 10s. So you may be able to get one. So this will be really good.
But not now.
But not right now. Next, I did an interesting tech. It kind of actually helped me a lot. 3 Ghost Reaper right in the main board. The reason is because there's a lot of Sky Strikers out there. You want to stop their plays immediately. So if you do get one in the hand, you're already going to stop Shizuku or Hayate. But I just normally go after Hayate because Shizuku is like whatever.
Kagari.
Oh, Kagari, yeah.
Hayate's not out yet.
Stow! But anywho, yeah, it stops the fire one. How's that?
There you go.
And it also stops problem monsters. There's other cards in the extra deck. I'll show you what I stopped. But it definitely came into effect today. And it was really, really good. That's it for the monsters. We're going straight into the spells. 2 Pot of Duality, because who says you can't run Pot of Duality? It's fucking good. It's really good. You get a card. It's awesome.
Fine.
1 Scapegoat, because fine. Yes, a scapegoat. You get
Because fine.
Because fine. What Scapegoat would do is basically if you have one monster and your opponent was like to overextend, you can activate Scapegoat and stop his overextending on your turn. So that's where it comes down to. The best card in the game right now that I stopped most of my decks with, 2 Secret Village. Woo! Yeah.
God,
that Secret Village tech was really good against Sky Striker for going first, drawing into it, and sitting on Marionetta. He scooped. He immediately scooped and went into game 2. This is definitely one of those best cards because Sky Striker's a warrior, so they're not going to be able to do a whole lot, and they're predominantly spell. So this is the best tech in this game right now. That's it for the spells. Not so many because I could definitely do a trap heavy archetype because it's more anti-meta than meta. Going into 3 personal spoofing. Spoofing is a very good card. If you have something on the field that you don't want or in your hand, you can swap it out for another card in the deck and add it to your hand. So if you're like sitting with a Meluseek and he's in attack mode, you can swap it out from the field into the deck and add Multi-Faker to your hand just to get ready for next turn. You can even do it immediately on activation to swap out for a Multi-Faker and get its effect. So it's really good. 2 Protocol, because this is the Fiendish Chain with Destruction. Anytime my opponent were to activate an effect, I can immediately negate and destroy it by getting rid of an Altergeist card. In addition with that as well, any Altergeist I have on the field cannot be negated. So my opponent did Effect Veiler earlier today. Because I had Protocol on the field, I wasn't negated. And he was like, well, I'm doing it on resolution. I said, well, because of this, it's not going to work. So that's really, really good to have. 1 manifestation. This is the Call of the Haunted. Just 1 is fine. Silicoitus easily recycles this, and you definitely don't want into the risk of drawing too many. So 1 is really good. I was thinking about going 2 last night, but 1 is good. It's good right now. The next part of it, budget-wise, save your money, kids. 3 impermanence. The reason 3 impermanence is needed is in this deck.
Because it's a permanence.
Because it's a permanence. In addition, if I have it in my hand already, I have no cards. So my opponent goes first and he does a monster effect, I immediately activate this, and then I get Multi-Faker right off the bat. So if I have this and Multi-Faker, I set up my combo on his turn. And it's really awesome. I think this was one of the best techs so far for it, going into that. So yeah, again, save your money. I mean, you could run like, breakthrough skill, things like that, but if you really want to play meta or try to get into the meta game, this is where you need to do it.
Fucking permits.
What was that?
Right, I don't know. It sounds like salt over here.
Sorry, pepper.
All right, 3 Mind Crush is also a very good tech. Mind Crush stops everything. When my opponent goes to search with Engage, I immediately drop it. And very, very
you
nice.
that Widowmaker? Goodbye.
It's like, goodbye. If he adds Ray, goodbye. He doesn't even get the summon. So this is really an awesome tech, just to see what your opponent can do. It's also good with a Silicoitus combo. So if you return a monster that you know he's going to get back next turn, he adds it to his hand, activate Mind Crush to get rid of it, and you get Multi-Faker. So it's like really a win-win on this card to run in the main board right now. So I thought it was pretty good. To get out my Secret Villages if I went first, Metaverse, why not?
Oh, yeah.
Metaverse is one of the best cards in the game. Either I can add the field card in my hand or immediately activate it. It's immediate activation, kids. Yes, definitely do that. It gets your field spell right out immediately to start doing combo plays and getting ready to get started on your opponent. So that's where I think about that. Imperial Order stops all spells. 700 between me and him. It's okay. I don't care about life points as long as I'm able to destroy my opponent in time. So 1 in order, and then of course 1 warning. Warning is just good to stop those major summon plays, like Ray, anything that would potentially hurt me, like Ultimate Falcon. So that's where Solemn Warning would be in. So that's it for the main board. We're definitely going to go into the extra deck here just to show you a little bit of what I was running with the cherries and be able to play it.
Fine.
So 2 Hextia. 2 Hextia is really good on stacking because it will gain the attack of the Altergeist that it points to. In addition, I'm able to negate a spell and trap. So as long as I destroy or attribute the Altergeist that it points to, I'm able to negate a spell and trap once per turn. So it's really good. In addition, if it goes to the graveyard, I can search an Altergeist card and add it to my hand. So it's a win-win either way. I actually had 1 stacked on each other, and they were both at 3,000. So it was really awesome. especially I had a marionette on the right of it. So 3,031 and a 16. That was pretty much where I was standing with that. Going into more, Firewall. Firewall Dragon's really good. It's also a Cherries target if I'm playing against Gokis. Gokis are really hard to break their boards with the extra link, and along with other decks out there, but this is mainly the target for that. So Firewall was really good. One Buster Low Dragon, Boreal Low Dragon, really good also. Just take all their monsters, lower them by 5. Really good. This is a better tech than most. So I think that was good. One Unicorn, one Phoenix, one Cerberus. Just those 3. Mainly just the up right or up left. This will be good for extra link, and you get the Unicorn right in the middle. Fantastic. I thought it was good. For the Cherry start, before I go in there, until I get Link Rebo, I was running Ventrilo Duo just so I can get the extra link and get rid of Meluseek, because Meluseek was a problem, being in attack mode. So I was able to get a search, get this out, and set up my board to where this didn't die and take a tremendous amount of life points, but it would have been better if I had Link Rebo. But I hear we're getting a reprint, so I'll be already prepared. Going into the Cherries targets here, Sky Striker Kagari. Definitely don't want this out on the board just to keep adding from graveyard to hand. Yeah, you definitely want to stop that. One double Helix. I didn't see any spirals today, which is okay, but if I were able to, I stopped their play right in the midst of them doing the Nightmare combo loop, and I basically win the game with that. One he sold. This is the basically the Kogi killer. If you're able to get this out, they can't do nothing else. They have to do other alternatives, and they won't be able to extra link into something that would potentially break my board. So this is really good tech. ABC Buster Dragon, I definitely love this. My opponent summoned A, and when he immediately did that, I revealed that I had Cherries. He had no negation, and I removed 3 ABC Busters out of his extra deck. So he was sitting up there on reserves, no way to play it, and this was a problem because if he would just keep banishing my cards, I would have lost. But first turn having that out and, the Cherries, very good. One Ultimate Falcon, definitely a problem here. I've actually seen Waking the Dragons played, and I actually made the best response to that. So using Cherries when he had field control and trying to get this out, I just revealed Ultimate Falcon and immediately stopped it. This is a problem if it hits the board. It's unaffected by anything, and it's a really high beater. You definitely don't want that out. And then finally, one of my best techs, because sometimes I come into the Synchro era, I just can't get away from it. High Speech Embara. High Speech Embara is really good, especially double attacking and gaining attack points. This will definitely be one of the best techs, I think, in the game thus far. You use Silicoitus with either Ash Blossom or Ghost Cherries if you have it in your hand. And then Silicoitus gets the effect out of Trap. So, again, win-win, and you have a high attacker on the field. Going into the side deck here, and I think that was 14. I didn't have enough for 15, so we'll just keep it at that. Going into the sideboard, 2-sphere mode, definitely break those boards if you don't get Cherries in time. Kogis will definitely lose to this. I actually see the Sky Striker lose to this as well when he did the Mech Knights. I definitely put him in his place, and he had to wait on drawing Ray or at least seeing it. So this is good for that. 3 Called by the Grave. I always take out Cherries if I go first, and I use Called by the Grave just to stop them from activating things like Ash Blossom towards me. So this is really good also. This would have been a good replacement for Droll and Luckbird, but I didn't have time to grab those, so it's okay. 3 Anti-Spell Fragrance. So I take out the Metaphors portion of that and the Secret Village, and I use these when I go first. So if I were to lose, I would do this instead, and then just do the play on that. But if I were to win, I would keep that because I know the fact that I'm going to be able to do something out of that. So 3 anti-spells, 2 evenly match. Definitely don't want to see big boards I can't break. Again, evenly match. Save your money, kids. We're getting this at a 10 in August. So you'll be able to have at least one of these.
That means I will.
That's right.
Because it's so goddamn expensive.
Reincarnation is not anymore.
2 Heavy Storm Duster. Very good. It's good on breaking boards in the back row. I thought it was a very good tech today. So shouts out to Corey on that one. This is really a good tech. He told me about the back row hate And I really hated it because of reincarnation. So when I had this down and he said his reincarnation, I immediately destroyed it. So he didn't even get a chance to see that play in Trickstars.
Did you ever wish that you would rather have Twin Twister over that? Because I didn't.
No, not really. A Twin Twister is more of a situational card, especially with
You
the way.
gotta sacrifice a card.
And I have to sacrifice a card in hand. Usually I set my board and I don't have a hand at the end of it. So it's kind of one of those if win wins, but that came into handy. The Trickstar player who was playing Twin Twister fell victim to this, Waking the Dragon.
Oh, God.
So the minute he did that, I went right into Ultimate Falcon. He had no response and immediately scooped. So seeing this hit the graveyard during my opponent's turn is fantastic, kids. It's good.
By your words, you said, "Oh, when Ultimate Falcon hit the field, he went like this." Game 2?
Yeah.
Scoop phase?
He did just that, and because this is such a good tech, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of history on that. If you want to play for fun, and I told my teammates this was a very fun tech. Run Absorbing Jar and run Creature Swap. So when you give your opponent the Absorbing Jar face down after you Creature Swap, attack into it, it immediately flips up, destroying all of your set cards, and then you draw that many to how many were destroyed. So let's say these 2 were down, you draw 2, and you activate both their effects, one after the other. I had a Mrs. Radiant on field, and I gave him the Absorbing Jar. I immediately attached with Mrs. Radiant, destroying these, drawing 2 cards, and summoning Beast and Falcon. He immediately scooped. So this is good when you do that. But that's just a fun tech.
Oh my God.
And then finally, One Song Judgment. Who can say no to that? I mean, they brought it back. I'm going to play it.
Apparently, he can say no.
Yeah, he says no to everything. So yeah, you definitely want to run 1. I wish it was 3, like OCG, but it's okay. 1 is good. And that's it for the deck profile. So, ladies and gentlemen, I definitely appreciate your time and patience on that. Altergeist should be good after the next set. You might see a deck profile from me. I'm going in on a case of Cybernetic Horizon with my best pal over here. So we're definitely going to be doing a video on that. That one's going to be like the hour-long one because it's like 12 boxes in a case. So prepare for that. It's going to be good. But again, comment, rate, subscribe. My YouTube channel, there will be a link in the description down below, so definitely check that out. I appreciate you guys. YouTube, peace out, y'all.